Welcome, everybody, to episode number 251. That's 251. If you divide that by 52, you're almost talking 5 years. 5 years every Friday live. And you know what? It's time for a change. So today marks a new era on the Hangout with Michael show. And I'll tell you why. I run out of ideas. I run out of topics. But you know who hasn't run out of topics? Is you. Because starting today, all future episodes, until I change my mind, all future episodes will be, John, say it when you say it.
Ask us anything.
It was such a success last week when we did the Ask Us Anything. We actually, before the show, I said, John, let's stretch this to 30 minutes. And I think we were running right up to like 15 minutes. So I want to thank everybody that's bringing the content to Ask Me Anything. Honestly, and unless somebody sends me 10 new topics that I never talked about, you'd get a prize for that. I can tell you that because I have covered everything in 252 episodes. And I thought, well, the best way for me to serve you is for you to ask us questions. So if you have a question about law of attraction, NLP, or your life's purpose, and if not, you might have a question about emotion code, body code. That's why I am having John join the Friday panels as well. John, say good morning. Let people know who you are and what you're going to help people with today.
Hi everyone. My name is John Inverarity, and I'm certified in the emotion code and certified in the body code. And I'll be answering some questions about emotion code and body code. And yeah, so I've been helping people all over the world for roughly 5 years now with emotion code and body code, reducing chronic pain and anxiety and increasing clarity, improving relationships, improving mental health and prosperity. And I'll be help reading the comments today. So get your questions in early.
Yeah.
And let us know. Let us know.
Yeah. Let us know where you're calling from. We have a lot of top fans that join us here every Friday. They bring good questions. So depending on the number of questions will determine how long my answer is. So if we've got one question, I'm going to milk it for about 25 minutes, the answer. But ideally, you'll be curious with lots of questions. Law of attraction, NLP, your life's purpose, emotion code, body code, or anything else you want to ask us. Go ahead. You can ask. We'll probably want to answer. John, before we get started today, I have a number of announcements. I know there's lots, so I'm going to read them. On September 15th, John and I are in Nanaimo, BC, and we are doing an emotion code presentation on the 7 keys. We have a nice handout that we're going to be giving out. We are at an exhibit for the full day, and at 3 o'clock, we are doing an emotion code presentation. We're going to bring some limpers at the front of the room. My goal is that we're going to go live on Saturday the 15th at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. So that's September 15th. On September 28th in Duncan, BC, which is on the island that I live on, Helena and I are doing this presentation. A week later in Victoria, BC, on October 5th, Helena and I are doing this presentation. Then October 21, it's a Sunday afternoon, I'm doing a law of attraction seminar for 50 people, and I say that because there's 50 chairs. So it's not he's just saying there's limited. No, I'm limited. There's only 50 chairs. Then I'm back to beautiful Vancouver, BC, October 27th, 28th for the Western Canada's largest health show. I have an exhibit there. I'm doing 2 keynote presentations. Saturday is Law of Attraction on the 27th. And on Sunday, guess what? I'm doing the 7 keys again on the emotion code. November 11th, I'm in Windsor, Ontario, or if you're in Detroit, you can hop across that bridge, #get your passport. And on November 17th, I am doing a Law of Attraction seminar in Vancouver. So I'm so excited about my full schedule. You know I'm a workhorse, right? Yeah.
Machine.
Yeah, I'm a machine. I'm a machine. John, thanks for joining me again today. Let's go out and welcome our friends today, and let's start with our Q&A and see who has the first question. Go ahead and start off with the hellos.
Start with some hellos. Hello, Natasha Paula Samuel. She says, hello, Michael and John. Looking forward to another great show as usual.
Hey, Natasha Paula Samuel from the UK. Good morning. Good afternoon to you.
And Sasavan from India says, hello, bros.
Hey, welcome back, Sasavan.
And Rami Carlin with us says hello from a healthier Michigan.
Okay, and our friend Kit Winters, she's joined us. Tammy Prince has joined us. They're both saying good morning. Rami Carlin's in the house.
Sylvia Bellini's in the house. Says hello, gentlemen. It stopped raining here in London. The weekend starts here. Nice.
Yeah, just a reminder, everybody, today you can ask us anything, including the weather. Good. What else, John? Who else?
Gail Johnson Gustin, hello from Tennessee.
Tennessee's in the house. Rami Carlin's saying hello to us. Leslie Owen, good morning and happy Friday. It is indeed.
Happy Friday, yeah. Or happy Saturday if you're in Australia.
Oh, yes.
But if you're awake in Australia, that's good for you. It's probably like 3 in the morning. And Catherine Ho says hello from Toronto. It is sunny after morning rain.
Toronto. Our friend Maria Favita in San Francisco or New York, depending. Such a traveler. Maria. Kim Whitner, give me my Timmies. She's referring to Tim Horton Donut Coffee. And Leslie is saying, I didn't know we had new lids. Leslie, it's all over the news. My drive-through gave me an old lid. Yeah, they probably have to get rid of the old lid.
Old stock.
New ones are there. Who else, John?
Hannah Pell, give us a wave.
Hey, Hannah. Good morning.
Janet Logan with us says hello.
Okay. Oh, I think we have our first question. Thank you, everybody. Reminder today is Ask Us Anything, and our first question comes from Sasavan from India. And Sasavan is saying, give some doubt removal tools for manifestation. How to convince myself that I deserve what I want. Thank you. So doubt is what's stopping a lot of people's manifestation, right? That's what doubt is. Doubt's a negative vibration. On this hand, you have a positive desire, and on this hand, you have doubt. So the strength of the doubt is diluting the power of the desire. So if you have a strong doubt, a strong desire, guess what? The net effect. So the question is, do I need to raise my desire or lessen my doubt? And the answer to that question is I need to lessen my doubt. And the best way to remove doubt is to find proof. So with all manifestations, you need to be paying attention and prove to yourself that you're attracting something that's in alignment. If you've been watching 251 episodes, this is a common message you've been hearing me. Because we have doubt about the process of law of attraction. We have doubt that we can even attract anything. So if you wanted something and there's 10 things on your desire list and you've got 3 of them, that is proof. It's proof that your valves, like a valve on a tap, it's proof that you've loosened up the valves. So instead of noticing what you haven't received, you need to notice what you have received. Cue the Google search. If you're on Google and you're doing a search and Google brings you some results, you don't get ticked off at Google because you didn't find the right thing. Matter of fact, with Google, you get kind of excited. You're thinking, oh, wow, I almost found what I'm looking for. Thanks, Google. And then you go up to the input and you change the input because the results that you're getting are always matching the input. So you don't put your hands on your hips and curse and swear and say, this isn't working for me. Google doesn't like me and all that. You know, that's what people say about law of attraction. The universe isn't working for me. Law of attraction doesn't work for me. No such thing. There is a such thing, just like there is in Google. So you need to be very specific and become, John, say it when you see it, you need to become a
proof seeker.
That's right. You need to be seeking proof of your attractability. And even if it's only one element of the 10 you want, and as you're celebrating and acknowledging that you have attracted something, now you're including the vibration of that. Now, there's an example here about, say people want to attract more money or become more abundant. Now, you'll see here I've got a picture of the bubble, the guy that has the bubble around him, and the arrow's pointing inside the bubble. The only way to attract anything is to include the vibration of it. And the best way to include the vibration about it, of anything, is to observe it. You can observe it with your eyes or your ears. You can talk about it. You can read about it. You can see it. You can smell it. You can taste whatever the word observation means to you. And in your observation of it causes you to include it. And when it gets included, it gets matched. Sasavan, write this down. The only way to attract anything is to include it in my vibration. Say it again. The only way to attract anything is to include it in my vibration. Now, here's the law of attraction hack. Law of attraction doesn't know if you're remembering or pretending or observing or talking about what you don't want or talking about what you don't want, do want, or making a macaroni collage or doing a dream board or visualizing or minding somebody else's business other than your own or complaining or worrying. All of those things cause you to include the vibration of what you're giving attention to. And as it gets included, it gets attractive. So you need to become more deliberate about what you're including. And the homework today is to include more evidence of your manifestation so you can hold that vibration. Say, well, I've got two things, and give attention to the other things. Okay. Good, John. Let's keep on reading. Thanks for the question. Oh, here's a question for you. Kim Whitner. Whitner saying, what's the difference between emotion code and body code? So maybe, John, you can introduce the book there and cue up what you're going to be covering today.
Absolutely, yeah. So the emotion code is, well, it's three things. It's a book. It's a healing modality, so it's an energy healing technique. And there's also a seminar called the Emotion Code as well. And so written by Dr. Bradley Nelson. He's the originator of this, the creator of it. And he's also developed something called the body code. But simply, the emotion code, we work with the emotion code chart. So in this chart, there's 2 columns and 6 rows, and there's 60 trapped emotions. And so it's pretty simple, really easy to use. And in the Emotion Code brochure, we go through all the 7 keys, and the 7 keys apply to the body code as well. So it has the same basics, so muscle testing and drinking lots of water and magnets. But how the body code is different is that it is a system of mind maps. So it's not just one chart, but it's a system of mind maps. And there's over 300 or 400 pages. And so we're muscle testing through the mind maps. And ultimately, it's a tool or a key that opens up the subconscious mind, allows us to ask the subconscious mind anything to find out what the imbalances are that's creating your pain, creating your blocks in life, your blocks to allowing, relationship blocks, money blocks, you name it. So, yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah. And if you've been watching the brochure or understand about the emotion code, we can ask the subconscious mind anything, but it has to be a yes or no answer. So with the emotion code, we're just saying, do I have trapped emotions or hidden emotions? But with the body code, because of these mind maps, which is a chart, is making you ask, is it this one? Is it this one? So it's saying, oh, is it about this? Is it about this? So the charts are really a lot of yes and no questions to lead you to the root cause of something. So it's a complex system. The charts are complex. To me, it's an advanced study of the emotion code. And John is a body code practitioner, and I am an emotion code. He's both, and I'm just an emotion code. I say just respectfully because sometimes I need to have body code work too, because I can't get it with my yes or no questions with the emotion code. John would take that complex set of charts and ask new questions. Okay, thank you, John. Elise Shockey saying hello. Sylvie Bellini, following on Sasavan's question. I experience such resistance regarding law of attraction. Is this an issue emotion codes matter or their tools? Oh, definitely. So as soon as I said the word resistance, so Sylvia, here's the question I would ask. What is the severity of my resistance to practice law of attraction more deliberately? Right, because you must have resistance. And then the severity would be 1 to 10. And then you would say, what are the trapped emotions that are causing the resistance? You don't know, but your subconscious mind does. Then after you find them, you or a practitioner will delete those trapped emotions, and then you would test it again. So even with believing, do I believe I can have that ideal relationship? Do I believe, beliefs are the same thing. The beliefs are caused by an old experience that you had, which is a trapped emotion. So, and that's the number one reason why I got so interested in the emotion code, because it tied in nice with law of attraction. You can wish and want and all you want and build a big master macaroni collage. But if you have underlying beliefs or old trapped emotions that are preventing you, the way to manifest the fastest is to remove the negative trapped emotions that are blocking that that manifestation. Good, John, carry on for me.
Yeah, Cindy Cressman is here. Is giving us a heart smiley face. Joe Luke Spleeth has a question. Says, question on allowing. How? Okay, beyond the question, we're supposed to ask ourselves. It's the removal of doubt. You say, yesterday I created a desire statement, so then I turned to body code to ask if there are any underlying issues, reasons that have kept me from truly believing it, blocking it, etc. Too soon to know the results. Have either of you used emotion code or body code to remove doubt around the desire statement? Yeah, absolutely.
Well, yeah, I use the emotion code almost every session with law of attraction. When I do my business program this week, I worked with somebody. Ideal customer, ideal client, ideal referral, ideal repeat customer, and ideal opportunity. 5 elements, took probably 45 minutes. Each one said, do I have doubt that's blocking me from attracting ideal referrals? Do I have doubt that's stopping? And the answer was yes to all of those. Then I found out what it was. Now, this is a good question. When I interviewed Dr. Brad, he talked about the relationship between law of attraction and emotion code. And you're saying it's too soon to know the results. So here's what happens. Law of attraction is eavesdropping right now and right now and right now. And it's picking up on your vibration. So before the emotion code, your vibration said, I'd really like that, but I have doubt about that, so I don't think I can attract it. And then when you remove these trapped emotions, they're all negative trapped emotions. And let's just say there's 10 of them you removed. Now you got rid of 10 balls of negative energy. So guess what? You don't have the same vibe anymore. You have a different vibe. So now, as soon as you remove those negative vibrations of doubt, now you're sending a new vibe. It's like slow release fertilizer. And now you're on day 1 and 2. And law of attraction is unfolding and orchestrated to match the new vibe. It doesn't know the old vibe because it's not very smart. It's only matching the vibe that you're sending in the moment. So when I'm working with my clients and we're working on physical pain, 99% of the time, boom, right away. But when it's money blocks and business blocks and love blocks, I usually follow up with them 4 to 5 days. And they say, you know what? I'm starting to notice a difference. People are being friendly. And I had 2 old clients that I never heard from. In other words, the new vibration is kicked in and law of attraction is responding to it. And that's when you start to see results. What a great answer. Great question. No, it's a great answer too. Thanks, Dr. Brad, for the help with that answer. John, this is for you. Anne Marie Lindsay. Hello from Inverness, Scotland. Emotion code question. What do you do if you have a really stubborn issue of pain that just won't stop returning? I've asked many different ways, but still returns. That might relate to what I was talking about today, John, before the show. So Anne's saying she's got a really stubborn pain. We don't know what kind of trapped emotion she's asking for. Ideally, she would want to know, is there any trapped or is there any hidden? What's another thing that she could ask for?
Yeah, I guess body code. There's a lot more to it.
What about what we were talking about earlier today?
Which was that?
About absorbed.
Oh, right, absorbing. You could be absorbing things from other people as well. So if you're working on other people, you can take on their energy. So check for absorbed emotions.
Yeah. Well, I've helped people that don't work on other people, but they still absorbed. So it's not yours or your mom's or dad's. It's nobody in your family chain. And I said, is this absorbed from somebody outside of my family? And it's like, oh yeah, good. And then the same thing. And then you'd say, okay, well, how many are absorbed? In other words, when you say, is it my trapped emotion? Oh, it's not. It's my mom's. Oh, there's no. Okay, I don't know why I have pain because it's saying it's not mine or my family's. Just try the question. Is this absorbed from somebody else? And if you get a yes, well, that might help it. Why don't you try that right now, Anne-Marie, and then give us some feedback?
Yeah, there could be some boundary issues there, right? Just taking on things from other people. I've heard people taking walking down the sidewalk. If you can take on people just by walking by them, believe it or not. Yeah.
You work in a really negative environment, where someone's experiencing trauma around you, at the workplace or in an accident or something. I can see where it can happen. Anne-Marie, ask for absorbed trapped emotions, and then ask your subconscious mind how many swipes of the magnet of your fingers that would take to get rid of that, just for the hell of it. Cindy Cressman from Wainwright, Alberta, she's saying good morning. J.D. Issel, Hello from Tampa, Florida. Good. Go ahead, John.
Hannah Pell says, I want to acknowledge Michael's contribution to me for revealing to me that I am mostly auditory and kinesthetic. Most of my life, I was sure I was kinesthetic and visual.
Okay, well, thank you, Hannah Appel. It's good to know what your style is, and some people might say, well, I already know that I'm a visual learner. Well, that's not why you really want to understand the 4 styles. You want to find out what your weakest style is. There's 4 styles. Your weakest style is the one, that's the people that tick you off the most. There's 4 ways to learn: visually, auditorily, kinesthetic, that means with your feelings or touching, and thinkers. So you say, oh, I'm a thinker. Yeah, well, that's not the part that you should be paying. You should be paying, what is my weakest one? Because the weakest style is the one that ticks you off the most. So you can go to hangoutwithmichael.com, and at the very top it says NLP. You can take the free assessment and take the quick assessment, and that'll tell you which one of these styles is your strongest. You already know. And most importantly, which one is the weakest. And what you need to do, what are some of the key words here that you need to use to stay in rapport with all 4 styles? Thanks, Hannah. Hey, John, what else?
We have Milindi Pai from Mumbai, India.
Hey, Milind Pai, welcome, Pei.
And Sylvia Bellini says the only way to attract anything is to include it in your vibration bubble. And Kim Whitner says, wow, thanks.
Camelia Param is saying good morning. She is in Edmonton until next week. Okay, well, I know we're going to see you on September 15th in Nanaimo. I think she's going to actually film our Facebook Live event. Did I already ask her that, or was that just in my head? I think I haven't asked her yet. I think it was just in my head. Doug Collins, hey guys, just coming on. Happy Friday from Moncton, New Brunswick, which is the east coast of Canada. Okay, John, go ahead.
Yeah, and Joe Luth says, thanks. It's working, whether I'm seeing really obvious results or not. We'll incorporate this into every LOA process.
So just be patient. Just wait for law of attraction to kick up speed and start to respond to the new vibe.
And Natasha Paula Samuel says, Michael, can you talk about law of attraction vacuums?
Law of attraction vacuum. Well, I don't know what that means, but I'm going to make an interpretation. Now, if you've been following the show, you've heard me talk about this. All these draining energies. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, that client at work, your school, your volunteer, your money, your blah, blah, blah. Whatever. We have all these energies. So they're draining you. And it's okay to have your relationship expel some of your energy, but it needs to be right here. It needs to be replenished. So when you pull out a plug, when you say, that's it, no more, I'm not volunteering anymore, I really don't like it anyway, and it ticks me off every time I go. If you pull that out, then you've created a vacuum. Law of attraction is going to want to fill that. So what are you going to fill it with? Are you going to go to another volunteer job, or are you going to spread this out a little bit more? So I think that's what she might mean by creating a vacuum. And the way you create a vacuum is that you rid yourself of something that was taking your energy, and you're not doing that anymore. So, okay, good. You know what? Law of attraction. Or here's another interpretation. You might have, these might be clients. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8 clients. And one of them is a problem. They never pay on time. They're always late. They don't do their homework. They complain. They're rude. And you know what? Frankly, they're draining you. That one client is contaminating the overall vibration. So when you're strong enough to say, I only do matches. In other words, he's a match, she's a match, he's a match, but this last one is not a match. When you pull the one out, then you've cleaned up your energy. And now you've created a vacuum. And if you're holding the vibration of your ideal matches, then you'll attract another one. If you're still complaining about the one that you let go of, guess what? You'll attract another one. So law of attraction will fill the vacuum in, but it doesn't know whether it's a good or bad vacuum. So when you create the vacuum or the space to attract a new client, play the I love this about my client game. Oh, I love this about Betty. I love this about John. I love this about Paul. I love this about Saucedan. In other words, you would go through and all the I love this is about. And when you're celebrating all the things that you love about all those different clients, guess what? Cue the bubble guy, right? As you're celebrating everything you like about your clients, you're holding the vibration of that what you like. You don't even need to give it a feeling. The feeling comes from giving it attention, energy, and focus. So before you pull the plug, pardon the pun intended, before you pull the plug, make sure you set up your vibration of what you want it to fill it with, including boyfriends and girlfriends, and jobs, and customers, and clients, and volunteer positions. And P.S., tell me how that helped, please.
Okay, so Leslie Marshall says, you make this all sound so easy. One of these days, I'm going to figure it out. And Roger Leck says, hello.
Roger Leck from Singapore. Hey, Roger. Good evening to you. And Premilia is confirming that I did ask her. She will film the presentation in September 15th. I haven't asked for permission, but there'll be no asking. Just doing it. September 15th, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern on this Facebook page, John and I live on stage. Elaine Carlton, good morning from Phoenix, Arizona. I've been looking for law of attraction meetup groups that work with your book and not finding any in my area. Any suggestions? Oh, I have a suggestion, all right. Go to meetup.com and start your own. Michael Loshi would do that. If I moved to a new city and they didn't have a meetup group, I'd start my own. What a way. When you're the leader of a group like that, boy, you really position yourself. So instead of following and joining somebody else's group, you start your own. And you tell people what the rules are and what book you're going to be following and what the format of the meeting will be. And if you're going to be using my book, of course, I would be remiss if I didn't help promote it. And maybe when I come to Phoenix next time, you can say, hey, Michael Loshi is going to drop in and say hello. Did I just invite myself to Elaine Carlton's new Law of Attraction meetup group in Phoenix? I think I did. Now, Elaine, if you're feeling some discomfort, for doing that, build a bridge and get over it. Because when I started 20 years ago, it wasn't called Meetup, but I did a meetup group. You know how many people are in the group? John, say it when you see it.
Two.
Me and one other person. 2 people's a group. It was like 4 weeks in when somebody else joined us. And then we end up with 44 people. So just get started. You don't even have to really go on meetup.com. Hey, anybody in Phoenix or Scottsdale, Arizona that loves my style of my book and you want to meet Elaine Carlton in a coffee shop to get this started, give her a shout out. See what happens, Elaine, when you chat on this call?
It just happened. Joe Luth's in Phoenix.
That's it. Just make it happen. Yeah, Maria Favita said, hashtag just get started. Joade's joined us. Hey, Joade, good morning. Oh, look at that. Joe Lou Spelt. Elaine, private me. I'm in Phoenix.
Just happened.
Have a group of 2. We have a match. A group of 2. It's quite likely I'm coming to Scottsdale between now and December. So if you guys get something set up, we could do a free little presentation to your meetup group. Really give it a good launch. This is how, who was it that says you guys make it sound so easy? You know what makes it sound so easy? Is doing it all the time and living it all the time and being it all the time. Maria said, I like to build a bridge and get over it comment. Yeah, I know, a cheeky little thing. Oh, Leslie Marshall's pulling a page out of the book. She's saying, I didn't find any groups near me either. Me. Looks like I'll have to start one. What city are you in, Leslie Marshall? John, do you see any that I'm not seeing?
So today is question and answer day. So if you have a question about law of attraction, law of connection, your life purpose, emotion code, body code, right now is your opportunity to ask us anything. And I see Antonio Fournier just joined, says good morning.
Hey, Antonio. Yeah, I'm thinking people that joined us halfway through said, is there a purpose to today's show? Is there a theme? Yeah, theme's called Ask Me Anything. Ask us anything. Okay. Elaine Carlton's ready. So Elaine, give us an update next week about your Law of Attraction meetup group and where you're going to meet for your first meeting. Hashtag bring my book. Now, John, do you know what we're doing tomorrow on the Bro Show?
The A pain?
That's right. And I think we've questioned it in a way that we've covered our ass.
We won't get ourselves in trouble, yeah.
Yeah. Is arthritic pain really trapped emotions? I'm going to tell you why I'm saying that. I've been working with probably 900 people this year. And for some reason, any pain that doesn't have a name is called arthritis. I've got arthritis in my back, in my knees, in my fingers, in my joints. Hashtag shout out to all the doctors that don't know. But is arthritic pain really trapped emotions? So John, tell us about tomorrow's show, the format of tomorrow, and what we're looking for.
Absolutely. So right back here on Michael's Facebook page is the Emotion Code Bro Show, episode 53 or 4. And yeah, we are looking at, it's at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 noon Eastern. And we are talking about the emotion code. We might go through the 7 keys again, explain the 7 keys, maybe not.
It's been a couple of weeks. It only takes a few minutes.
Yeah, and we're going to work with 2 people, 2 volunteers with pain. And if you've been told that it's arthritis, we'd like to work with you and see if we can reduce or eliminate that aches and pains. Yeah.
Stuff. Leslie Marshall's saying she's in Oregon, so Leslie. Well, good, John. Do one more skim through the chat for me and see if anybody has left another question. We did a good job today. We had a lot of involvement. So just prepare yourself, knowing that this is the format from now on the Hangout with Michael show. Ask me anything. So come prepared with your questions. And next week when you say hello, and here's my question. So we're creating this show as an opportunity for you to ask them. I'm honest. I run out of ideas. I'm 250 episodes. And today was fun. We get questions that, I might have answered in different ways before, but I know that we're helping some people. Okay. Don Boehm's just saying something, so I'm going to scroll to the bottom. Joe Lou saying, I mixed my top 2 NLP styles and created my desire statement. Good to do. Oh, yeah, for sure. So the purpose of the desire statement is so you can use words that help you include the vibration of what you want, so you feel good. So if the first 2 styles are your style and you're using words from that style, they say, yeah, I believe this. But if you were using words that weren't in your style, you'd become resistant. So again, the purpose of the desire statement is to help you use the words that help you include the vibration of what you desire. So absolutely, Joe, use the 2 styles. Okay, anything else you see there, John?
Don Boehm has a question. We answered this, Don. Don asks, what makes the body code different from the emotion code? So yeah, I answered that earlier, about 15 minutes in, Don, so you could watch the replay.
A set of complex charts and another certification to read those charts. Well, good. Thank you very much, everybody. We're 40 minutes today. I think that was great. Thank you for bringing your questions and answers. And maybe we'll see you in an upcoming in-person seminar in Vancouver, or in Windsor, Ontario, Vancouver, Victoria, Duncan, Nanaimo, That's all of it. Maybe Phoenix in November, December. Thanks everybody for hanging out. John, we'll see you tomorrow on The Bro Show. Let's say goodbye to our friends.
Thanks,
See you
everyone.
later, everybody.
See you tomorrow.